Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Tonight we are playing Ride or Die, a Fast and Furious Nether Zone drifting demon fighting mashup of every cool media property at once. Uh, I'm John Harper, he, they pronouns. I'm the GM tonight, and I am joined here by Naja. Naja, would you like to tell the people who you are?
Hello, I'm Najo Tikor, aka Trista Ray. I use she, her pronouns. I'm super excited to do over the top driving things because in real life, I don't have a driver's license and never have. Britt, who are you?
Hey, it's me. I'm Britt Wiseman. She, her pronouns, and I'm excited to be a car. That's what I am. I'm just excited to be a car, man. Kaylin, to you.
Hey, dog. My name's Caitlin. I have a ferret, and I like no pronouns or whatever you want. And I'm excited to get more use out of these glasses.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what the meaning behind those glasses. I think I kind of know, but we'll find out.
I'm just British Maverick. There you go. That's it.
Oh, British Maverick. Their time has finally come. All right. So what the hell are we doing? We are playing. So this is a play test, kinda. This game's been in development for a while, but it is still a play test. And we are doing a one shot. This game kind of has a special one shot system. So we'll be doing that tonight as well. And the game is called Agon. It's a game about Greek heroes, or ancient world heroes. You don't have to be Greek, that are lost like Odysseus and are trying to find their way home. And they get in crazy adventures and compete with each other for glory, and eventually maybe find their way back home again, or face their fate before that. And as we played the ancient world version, we started to notice that it was often about like awesome action moments and family, and these other themes started to come out, and it just felt like Fast and Furious. So this was an obvious hack to make. And then I also threw in like magic and demons and stuff, because who doesn't like that? So our heroes tonight are going to be badass drivers who have these like interdimensional crystal shards in their cars that let them drive through breaks in the dimensions, through the nether zone to crazy other realities, where they compete with other drifters from other realities in racing events, smuggling operations, criminal activities, hero activities, whatever you want to get mixed up in. There are kind of four major zones. There's Earth, which is our Earth as we're familiar with it. There's the Nether Zone, which links all the other dimensions. There's the Hell Zone, which is basically like a Doom level, with buildings made of flaming skulls and stuff like that. And there's the Wreck Zone, which is Mad Max Fury Road, essentially. So when we make characters, you can decide to be a person from Earth. You can be a weird bone devil from another dimension, or whatever. You'll have choices with your backgrounds and stuff like that, but it can be nutty. Think like Mortal Kombat, sort of. There's like a person who looks like a crocodile and also like a DEA agent. Like that's totally fine, to mix and match all that stuff.
Was it intentional to omit the danger zone?
Well, there has to be room for someone like you, Caitlin, to step in.
Where the inspiration came from.
And provide the danger zone, which I appreciate. I've been listening to the Top Gun soundtrack basically all week while I was prepping the one shot here, and Caitlin and I are like on the same wavelength, 100%. Yeah, so what we're going to do is play a quick, it's almost like a demo, kind of. So it's a little more structured than a normal role-playing game. We're not going to like wander around, explore, and meet NPCs and do stuff. Well, we will a little bit, but basically we'll do an intro scene where you guys are going to go into the Nether Zone, escape the Earth. And then we'll do a middle section where each of you will get to pick a challenge from a set of challenges I've prepared. They're some zany things. and all of those challenges that you pick will lead up to a final showdown in the Hell Zone. We're going to the Hell Zone tonight, so we'll do the final showdown, and that'll be our one shot. So it'll be quick, to the point, high action, high pace. That's the idea. But before we can do any of that, we're going to make characters. Need to know who these drivers are. So on the screen here, let me flip us over to the character sheet screen. We are there. Cool. For the viewers at home, you can see the sheet there. Making a character is pretty straightforward. Shouldn't take us too long to do. The first step is to choose your driver's background. So you can be, like I said, you can be from Earth, you can be from the Hell Zone, Wreck Zone, Nether Zone, whatever you feel like. There's a list of backgrounds in the PDF there that I sent you all. Like corporate dilettante, maybe you were some sort of like upper crust rich person who has a luxury car and noodles around with driving. You could be a street racer, a mechanic, a soldier, or you can get weird. Be a Hell Zone revenant who's like someone who's come back from the dead or something like that. A scavenger from the weird Mad Max space, or someone who lives in the Nether Zone between dimensions and scavenges. So there's a bunch of different choices there. I think perhaps some of you have already kind of headed towards one of these backgrounds, maybe. Is anyone having a strong feeling for their character background so far?
I think I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I want to be the reckless stunt driver who drives a scrapyard junker.
Yes.
Demolition derby driver. And you said we don't have to be humans, right? We can just be something, anything.
Yeah. Do you want to have like a weird animal head or something? Like that's totally fine.
That's actually exactly what I want, John.
Perfect. Perfect.
My name is Raptor, and I have the head of a raptor.
Like a velociraptor.
Yeah, but the body of a person.
Fuck yes. That's
and I have a
awesome.
bandana around my head that has flames on it, and I'm wearing a leather jacket.
Yes. Does it have actual flames on it, or is it like a printed bandana?
No,
it's like actual.
We're allowed to. These are flames.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's fantastic. Cool. So are you from a weird nether dimension of raptor people? Are you like an individual who?
I was kind of thinking I was from somewhere in the Wreck Zone, like a raptor, like a traveling raptor demolition derby group.
Yes, totally. It's like
so we just drive our terrible demolition derby cars around the world and battle people in demolition derbies.
Oh yeah, there's like weird death pits in the Wreck Zone with spikes and flamethrowers, and you fight each other in these arenas and shit.
Yeah. While we're driving, we're all just making extremely loud raptor noises.
Naturally.
Yeah. Fire. Yeah, that's me.
Holy shit, that's fucking great. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sweet. Raptor, cool. Caitlin, I know you have shit figured out too.
Well, now I just want to be Raptor's #1 fan. Like, obviously Raptor's competing in the demolition derby. Oh, I've already had this, but okay, that'll be my next character. If we do this again, I'll be Raptor's #1 fan. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be the where is it? Hotshot rookie. That would fit my character pretty well.
Yeah.
Oi, put me down for the rookie.
Hotshot rookie, British Maverick. So you're new to this. Are you completely new to this whole interdimensional racing thing? Or are you like the new person on the team?
So I actually only got this position as a racer because the other guy got kicked out. Wait, what's the story to Top Gun? He quit, right?
He quit. He couldn't hack it.
and that is why I'm here.
Okay, cool.
And he was British though.
Right.
The other British guy quit.
Yeah.
British guy.
Basil couldn't deal, so he got canned. And you're the cool replacement. Do you have a? Well, we haven't gotten to names yet, but if you have a name, we can go for it.
No, I'll think of it now, though.
Okay.
No, I'll just start thinking.
Yeah, just think about it. It's fine. It's fine.
And my style for driving is just really like off the books, a lot of flips.
Would you say you play by your own rules? Are you writing checks your body can't cash?
100% John. Yes.
Good. I
also enjoy topless beach volleyball.
You're just playing with the boys.
Yep.
Nice. British Maverick. Good Lord.
I've figured myself out now as well.
All right, Naja, what do you got for your background?
So my background is reformed villain.
Reformed villain. Oh
but
yeah.
what I mean by this is that I was some necromancer on like some Saturday morning cartoon type show named Death Skull. But
yes.
Those days are behind me now, and I spend my retirement racing. And my name is Savannah.
Oh, you no longer go by Death Skull?
No, that was
That's
a
your old life.
Yeah, I'm free of that now. I'm the racer formerly known as Death Skull.
So were you were a fictional character on an animated cartoon show who came to life?
No, I'm like a fictional character.
Oh, you're like, okay. Sorry.
There's some Nether Zone where like He-Man is real.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, definitely. Okay, sweet.
Just called He-Man Zone?
Everything's a zone. You can just put anything you want in front of the word zone.
And I
nice.
still wear all black, and I look like Viola Davis.
I can believe Viola Davis, Death Skull villain. That's very that's on brand. Sweet. So how do you what are you thinking for this team up, this mashup of Wreck Zone, Demolition Derby driver, Raptor Head, British Maverick, and ex supervillain? You're all, so the idea here is that you the three of you have a special bond of friendship, family, love, whatever you want it to be, and it can be different among each pair, but it's a strong bond, and you're also together to kind of compete against each other, to be, you want your crew to be the best, but you want to be the best of the best, right? So there's like, it's friendship, love, and rivalry all wrapped up together. What are we thinking for like how why are you assembled? It sounds like, Naja, you and Britt's characters were already a team, and then you replaced fucking Basil with.
We had to get rid of Basil. Yeah. So when you stop being a supervillain, you no longer have like a posse of minions, and I got really lonely. And so, I found this like metal ass raptor person. I was like, yeah, that's totally my vibe. I used to have a few of those around back in the day. And we
probably had like a He-Man style toy minion with a raptor head. So it's like,
yeah. I was like, this reminds me of home. And then Basil, like every supervillain team needs the British guy.
Well, yeah.
But Basil fucking sucked. So now we have. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Just maybe Maverick.
Okay, we've got this new British guy, Maverick, I guess, and hopefully he can carry the evil British voice part of the crew.
Right. You needed someone to fill the evil British role, and Basil just wasn't cutting it.
No, Basil was a fucking piece of tissue paper. And like Raptor's cool, but Raptor makes raptor noises. And like I need the balance.
I can talk too.
British accents.
I mean, I know you talk, but like do you talk in a British
I make
raptor
noises in British accents. Raptor noises.
Yeah, that's the Netflix subtitle. Raptor noises.
Races and Raptor.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So there was Raptor. How do you
Mhm.
feel? Are you cool with being thought of as like a minion add-on, or do you have a different idea about this relationship?
I think I don't care because I'm kind of insane. I'm just rolling around, seeing what's going on, seeing where I can crash into more cars. And I think with Savannah, I admired that she was a villain. So I feel like that probably means she was destructive, and I like destruction too. So I feel like we're connecting there. And if she wants me to roll with her to go destroy more stuff, that sounds awesome.
Sweet.
So I think I admire her like violent tendencies. And then I'm trying to figure out I mean, it seems like Maverick being a hot shot and stuff is kind of like not worried about rules or plans or organization. And I think I just connect to that really, really well. So seems like we're gonna have a really good time together.
Yeah.
Just doing whatever we want. So I think I feel connected to Maverick through that part of it.
Yeah, like ever since I started getting into the car thing, everyone's just been getting really mad at me and telling me that I gotta slow down, that I'm going too fast. And so like finally here with these people, they get it, you know, like they're all about all the sick tricks that I can do. It's not just about shooting down Russians or whatever all day long. So I'm definitely with them there. And then Savannah can actually understand what I'm saying, mate.
Nice. Yeah, it's like a whole new world of freedom. Say again, not just sorry.
I do speak British. Studied in school.
Nice. Sweet. Okay, so your background gives you some bonuses for your character. So on the sheet there are the domains. There's 4 domains, and these are the like domains of conflict in the game. We can have a conflict that's cool and sexy. We can have a conflict that's fast and furious. We can have a conflict that's sly and clever, or a conflict that's tough and true. So you'll always be rolling one of those in a challenge. And then you also have strengths, which are like individual strengths that your character possesses. You either have a strength or you don't. And there's a list of them there: passion, style, etc. So your background gives you a domain. So a D6, so that in this game, everything is rated by the size of the die. So like a D4 is the weakest thing and a D12 is the strongest thing. So at the beginning, all of your domains default to D6s. And you get to pick one of the domains based on your background. That's a D8. It's like a one notch better, kind of like a pro level. And it's a free choice. You can pick any of the 4 that you think your background would like apply to as a bonus. And then the same thing with the strength. You get to pick one of the strengths that you think your background would empower you with, and you get a D8 in the strength.
And you only choose one strength?
So we're going to just pick one now, and then we're going to pick another one in a minute. So you're going to end up with 2.
Okay. So I'm going to pick for my domain. I'm actually not going to go with cool and sexy.
Interesting.
I'm going to go sly and clever, because to make it here, you know, I need to have something up my sleeve.
Totally.
I can't just be like rough and rookie all the time. Like,
you actually have some.
I have some brain, a little bit. Yeah, maybe no one thought that I did this entire time, but I feel like I'm gonna make a difference one day, which is also why for strength, I'm gonna go with passion, because it takes a lot of passion to like keep in it and keep down this path. Well, every single person that you encounter is telling you that you shouldn't be here. Like literally to my face, they're telling me you shouldn't be here. We're sending you home. Like, we're taking away your car. That's my car. You can't take away my car. What are you talking about? So yeah, I'm going with passion for strength.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that. That's great. You're going to prove them all wrong. They're going to regret. They're going to regret what they said.
There's going to be some casualties along the way, but.
Well, I mean, can't make an omelet and all that.
Without death?
I think that's how that goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not even a zygote, John.
Technically true.
Cool. What are you doing, Naja?
I'm gonna take tough and true.
Okay.
Because I spent a lot of time being like an evil necromancer or whatever, but that's behind me now. Now I'm living my best life, which is racing, and this is my heart's dream. Is to be a cool racer, and I'm finally doing it. And for my passion or my strength, I'm going to take power because I'm still a necromancer.
Can't take that away from you.
It doesn't go away.
Nice. I'll just make a note here. Still a necromancer. Got it.
I mean, I can't just forget everything.
No, you can't. You know so many cool spells. The coolest spells. Death spells.
Those are the coolest ones.
That
My domain is cool and sexy.
Ooh, cool and sexy raptor. Yeah.
Yeah, because I put on a show at the Demolition Derby. That's why people like it so much.
You're like, it's like the WWE, like,
yeah,
you can like pump everybody up.
Yeah, I'm like, hello, hey. That's what they all. I have like people following to watch our Demolition Derby shows and stuff.
Oh,
so
for
you have
sure.
a theme song.
Probably. It's probably like Raptor, something like that. I'll work on it. That's.
No, I think you nailed it. That sounds exactly right.
I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's good.
And daring, I think, Goldie Bay.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. I think that's gonna be rolled a lot. Nice. Cool. So names, we basically have. Caitlin, did you decide to go with Maverick, or someone in chat said you should be Hellfire because it's the another type of missile, like a Maverick missile.
That's good, actually. But no, I'll just go with Maverick. I'll make that my secret code name. Even though Maverick's my code name, I have a code name for the code name.
Yeah, if they say Hellfire, that means like shit is really going wrong. Yeah. Cool. So your name die is a D6. If we were playing like more than a one shot, at the end of every stage, every session, somebody will have the most hype. You're going to get hype when you do things, and the person with the most hype gets to raise their name to the bigger die size. So as you play along in the game, like your name gets bigger and more, like people know that you're more awesome and all that. So, but for now, we're just D6 for that. Now car time. Time to describe our cool cars. There's a list of sort of general types on the sheet there to pick from. And then of course you can dress that up however you want, with color, and is it made of bones and stretched human flesh or whatever the fuck it is. I think perhaps, and we were talking earlier, someone may have an idea of their car already.
Yeah. Mine's scrapyard car. So my car is just a bunch of different kinds of garbage, basically, together. Some car parts, like one of the doors is actually just like pieces of a computer or something, or a kitchen door, like a refrigerator door.
It's just a lazy
the wheels, they might not be the same size or like lined up properly necessarily. I think my car right now probably like I modified it so that there's 2 wheels in the back and just 1 wheel in the front because I couldn't find a 4th wheel. So right now it's a 3-wheeled car.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's just made of lots of different kinds of metal, and it definitely like has flames coming out of it when I drive it, but not because it's cool, but because it's like kind of on fire.
Just a little bit.
It's just like always about to blow up.
Nice. Is it like I'm trying to picture like a big tank kind of thing, or is it like little and you know what I mean?
I think it's like, it's not like tanky, like it's not like heavy and like put together, but I think it's probably like taller than a normal car.
So you can like monster truck over
Kind of,
people.
yeah, kind of like monster truck style. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Nice.
And the cab, like I found a way to make it so that I can make it a convertible cab monster truck.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Well, when you're doing like crazy stunts, you want to be able to.
Yeah. I need my flames to flow in the wind. So
That's right. Nice.
How tall is Raptor? Like, does Raptor's head come way up over the car?
Yeah, my head's a little oversized. So I'm either sticking my head out the window while I'm driving or I have that top down. And I'm just, but my body is like the size of my body right now. My head is like this big.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Sweet. So we'll go on to the next car, but your car also gives you a strength. And again, if we were playing like more than one session between well, we might do it tonight, actually. You'll have opportunities to switch up cars or like rebuild your car and shit like that. So your car strength can change pretty easily. You can like move it around sometimes, but you get to pick another strength that your car gives you when you're behind the wheel. If you choose the same strength that you already picked, then that strength becomes a D10. It just gets a bigger die size. Or you can have a different one and have two strengths that are both at D8. That's how that works.
I think I want grit for my car strength.
Oh yeah, totally. That makes sense. Yeah. You can just muscle through shit and
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Caitlin, what are you thinking for your car? Do you have an idea?
Oh yeah, easy. I'm gonna do a American muscle car because it matches my American muscle body, and because it also American cars like Corvettes and or like Mustangs and stuff, they can only drive in a straight line, which is also like my character who's 100% straight, so straight. I just happen to have these like topless volleyball montage moments all the time.
Yeah, but they're super straight though.
So straight. Dude.
Oh my god.
I'm
so
as straight as my car. So straight, dog. Boy, a bit of a straight volleyball match there.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
So you're very
very straight, yes.
Yes.
And also the color is Union Jack.
Oh, of course. Is it like on the hood, like a giant or is it the whole car? Like wrapped?
No, it's the whole car, yeah.
Yeah, nice. An American muscle car with a huge British flag on it.
It's just really telling the queen what's up. Actually, is there a queen zone? Or like a monarchy
probably.
zone?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely. Yeah.
I guess that's where it came from, right?
If you want to, yeah, you could be from some like modern Arthurian Britain world or something, or like
I just pictured cars doing laps around Downton Abbey.
oh, yeah, it's like proper British zone, terribly British zone.
And where are the car little strengths?
They're the same ones, so you just pick from that
I
same set. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I guess moves then.
Oh yeah, totally. Nice.
Because you can only make one, the straight one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of moves, just move.
Move. Just cross off the S.
Oh my god! Whenever Caitlin describes being like ostentatiously straight.
Yep. Everyone's buying it. 100%. Naja,
my car, so I still have the company car because I'm a villain and we don't give things back when we quit.
Right.
It's like, who the fuck does that? And it's like if the Batmobile and a hearse had a baby.
Yeah.
But it's super fast.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that means to you guys, that's what it is.
Do bats fly out of the tailpipe, or was it like full goth? Or
it's pretty goth. And I think there's like some like instead of a spoiler, it's like some sort of bat winged thing on the back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it may make people turn in their graves when it drives over them, but I try not to drive to graveyards anymore.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But it's like sleek, black, like super goth looking. It's a villain car.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And the strength I will take for it is style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can roll up basically anywhere in that thing and turn some heads.
You already know who it is. It's Savannah.
Don't say Death Skull. You'll rip out your skeleton. Nice. So last but not least, I think we've covered this actually already, but there's a place on your sheet to write down your look and any signature items that you have, which I feel like we kind of covered. But if you want to pick an actor, Nanja picked an actor for her character. You don't have to do that, but it's an option if you want to.
I don't think I have one in mind for myself.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a thankless role.
Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah.
The kitchen raptor.
Isn't there a lizard in Tekken?
Maybe. There's definitely like a tiger guy, right?
Oh, he's a leopard and his name is King. I can't believe
it.
King, tiger, something like that.
There's a lizard man. It says.
Nice.
But I think it's just a lizard and not a person with a lizard.
He's a hybrid of a prehistoric dinosaur and a lizard. His name is Alex.
Of course it is.
Close enough.
Sweet. I think that covers it. We have characters. They are appropriately bananas and ready.
I also can't think of an actor who'd play me.
No one could capture the pure straightness of Maverick. Maybe Tom Cruise could pull it off, but that would be a stretch.
Tom Cruise with a British accent.
All right, let me update your sheet, Nanja, in case people care. All right, there we go. Cool. So
I can't access that. Should I have access to that?
No, it's just a graphic, and I just like put things on to show people at home. We don't have like a.
Have I not been filling out boxes?
It's not a real Roll20 sheet. That's coming.
I was just gonna use my own physical dice, but
that's fine with me if you want to. That's totally fine. Yeah, no problem. Let me get my shit together.
I love that we fired Basil and then went to the British zone to find a new Brit.
It's like, well, where should we go?
Where can we find someone like this?
This world is so it's just so convenient.
It's true.
It's like going to the shopping mall, but you know exactly where to go to. So it's just like thing followed by zone. New British companion zone.
It was just wall to wall, shirtless volleyball everywhere you went. Hard to find the right. Yeah. Cool. So let's do our first intro thing before our first break here. We'll actually do some driving and shit. So here's the deal. So your trio is currently on Earth. You've been doing shenanigans of various sorts, probably evil, apparently. I mean, Death Skull retired, but it seems like maybe not really retired.
First of all, I have done nothing wrong. I don't want to hear any shit. I'm retired.
Yeah, well, the Authority doesn't really see things that way.
When does it?
Exactly. The Authority is it's what you think. It's the man. They're everywhere on Earth and any other dimensions. They're always trying to crack down on these drifter racer people who are up to no good. And you've heard through the grapevine that the devil, like the actual devil, is holding a racing championship challenge in the Hell Zone what's it called? I gave it a weird name. Descent of the Damned is what it's called. And the devil has a champion racer. Her name is Hester Scorn, and she's going to be there in person to like rep the devil and win the challenge, the cup, the trophy.
Wait, the devil's entering his own race?
The devil is entering his top racer, Hester. Yeah, the devil won't be racing. Well, or who knows? Shit can happen.
It's the devil.
Yeah, there's no way to know.
Maybe he'll make an omelet too at the end.
Yeah.
But since you're kind of on Earth, which is a little bit of a backwater in the grand scheme of things, you need to get from here through the Nether Zone to the Hell Zone and get into this challenge, get into this race if you want to compete. So the first scene is a helicopter shot, high speed down some crazy twisting roads in the Greek Isles. There's turquoise water and sunlight shining everywhere. And we see each of your characters featured for a moment, head hanging out or the top down with flame bandana with the raptor, terribly straight, terribly British Maverick driving in a straight line. And Savannah's Gothmobile tearing it up.
There's a straight person out there who's very offended right now for you calling me terribly straight.
And there's and when the camera pans way back, there's a full-on chase. There's like 40 cop cars and helicopters and big SWAT tank vehicles. It just like swarming behind you. And we see out in the distance, it looks like this coastal road takes a sharp turn and heads up into the mountains. But just beyond the cliff, out at sea, a mile or so out at sea, the shimmering break in dimensions is moving across the over the water, which is like the closest place to break through into the Nether Zone and escape the Authority. Fortunately, your cars have these Nether Zone shard crystal things in them, which lets you kind of break the laws of physics when you drive. And it's up to you how exactly that works. So our first challenge is escape the Authority, make it to the Nether Zone. So I'll go around and you can tell me how you are going to do that, what it looks like. Can your car drive on water? I don't know. We'll find out. And then we'll see what happens. We'll roll some dice and see if you're able to escape without any trouble or what. Naja, you've done this more than once. Maybe you can be our first player here. What do we see? The Authority is swarming. The choppers are like in the lead, right? A couple of them are coming down right over the Death Skull Mobile. And there's like snipers hanging out the sides trying to shoot out your death tires or whatever they are. What do you do? What does Savannah do?
Question: for these challenges, do we pick our own domains?
So it depends. For this one, this is a Fast and Furious challenge by default. However, one-shot mechanic, you can roll a different domain if you want to. And the domain that you choose to roll with, you mark burnout on that. Naja, you know what that means. I'll explain that to you all in a second. But you can switch up the domain if you want to. So it is a Fast and Furious challenge because it's driving and shooting and all that shit. But you can roll something else if you want.
I will not in this case. So Savannah is like the camera like zooms in on her eyes like this, and she looks over to the side, and then they flash red. And she like continues racing around this curve, and like skeletal hands break through the asphalt behind her.
Yes.
Reaching for cars and trying to like at least heat them off the side or slow them down or make them, confound the enemy.
Just drag them into the underworld.
I mean, yeah, they can go straight to wherever. Hell. Hades.
Nice.
I don't know.
No, then they're following us.
That's true. It's the wrong way.
That's true. I guess I'm just heaving them over the side of we're driving around a cliff, right?
Yeah, you're about to. There's like a really sharp turn, cliff, to the sea right in front of you. So yeah.
Yeah, heave them into the sea. All of
Nice.
like one lane just becomes hands trying to push them over the side.
Nice.
What was your old name, Nadja? Skullface?
First of all, it was Death Skull, and I don't answer to that anymore. So now that you've learned it, promptly forget it. My name is Savannah.
Well, I was gonna say, oi, Savannah, you see them skeletons? You ever met a bloke named Death Skull? Remind me a lot of him.
She just like blinks really slowly, and like her brow furrows a little bit. Like, no, I've never heard of someone named Death Skull. How gauche.
Oi, maybe it was Skullface. One or the other.
I'm sure. I'm sure I don't know who this is.
While you're talking, Maverick is like driving directly through cars without turning, right? Because they're like trying to cut you off, and you're just like,
oh, Winkers right up me exhaust. Straight up it. Straight up me straight exhaust. Oi.
Very straight. Very straight.
Of course. So just question, it's /r curly bracket D6 for name plus D.
So hold one.
Okay.
I'll roll and
you have to do
the target first. Yeah.
Everybody else has to talk about themselves.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So Caitlin, so you're they're almost straight up your tailpipe. What is Maverick doing? You're headed for this like drop off into the ocean. What's your plan for getting to the into the nether zone?
Well, I don't have a wingman, so I actually don't have anyone watching the cops. I really have no idea where they are. Like I said, they're going up my straight exhaust, but that was just a guess. Can I do a flip anyways? Like literally, like I'm about to fall off and I start coming around and then I like go all the way around. And then on like the re-entry, I've actually doubled my momentum and speed because that's how I break physics.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You just hit the brakes and they fly right by.
Yeah. And the entire time that I'm doing this like circular loop and building up my centrifugal force, I guess like behind my car, kind of like My Little Ponies, there's like the Union Jack kind of like waving or kind of like in a misty spray behind my car. And then the entire circle after I create it, that also like a picture of the Queen's face comes up and then she winks. And then it slowly, the like panels in it turn over and turns to the Union Jack again.
Yes to all of that. That's amazing.
Okay.
So
and then my aviators come down.
Nice. So do you want to roll? So it's a Fast and Furious challenge. Do you want to roll your sly and clever because you're being cool and clever with your maneuver, or do you want to stick to the roll? There's a cost to changing it, but you'll be better at the other thing. So it's up to you.
Are you saying that I would change my power right now?
No, you can just roll sly and clever instead of Fast and Furious because you're better at that. Yeah,
I'll roll that. So I can just roll a D8.
Yeah, we're going to roll in a second, but you can switch to and roll that instead. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. And I'll explain how that works. Sweet. All right. So we have skeletal arms grappling everyone and tossing them all over the place. We have holographic Union Jack loop-de-loop action. Raptor, what are you doing?
Yeah, so my physics ability is that my car can lean really, really, really far over without falling down. So my car is just, my monster truck is careening around and I'm pulling these levers because I collect rocks on the road for reasons that don't need to be explained now. So I'm dropping rocks behind me and then I fly around and then I'm driving backwards and I'm picking up rocks that I've doused in gasoline and I'm lighting them on fire with my band fire and I'm throwing them at the cops, but I'm doing it in like, I'm jumping out and then I'm tossing them and I'm like doing it in a cool, like slow motion way.
Yes. Like total bullet time every time.
I'm like back down in the car that's just careening backwards. And I'm looking back, making sure I'm not going to go off the cliff.
Nice.
That's,
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
yeah, I'll roll cool and sexy, obviously.
Obviously.
For that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, take your shirt off, Raptor.
It's like rock volleyball. It would be so perfect.
I have to save that. That's for the main event.
Right. It's like, yeah, exactly. You don't want to bring out that too early.
Not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the authority, and my highest die. So in this game, you'll roll your name die, your domain, whichever one you are rolling, and then you can add your strength, which you narrate, into what you're doing, and that's a free addition. You can always add your strength. You don't have to like justify it or whatever. Just tell us, I'm being passionate or whatever, and you can add it in. You roll those dice, and then the single highest one is your result. So I'm going to roll for the authority. I get 2d8s and 1d6 for them, because that's how tough they are. And I'm what's called the strife player. I play all the strife and trouble that you face. I get to re-roll 1s, 2s, and 3s. That's my special ability. So I think I've set up Roll20 correctly to do this, so we'll see. Whatever I roll for my highest thing, if you need to match that or beat it to beat me. So ties go to you. All right, let's see. Oh snap! I got an 8 out of the gate.
Bullshit.
You need to beat, match, or beat an 8. I rolled a 1 on that 1d8 and then re-rolled into an 8. So yeah, now do you want to go first? It's /R space curly brace, and then your dice with pluses in between them.
Got it.
Then curly close brace K1. That means like keep the highest one.
Okay, I have my name at D6. I have my fast and furious at D6, and I'm using my power at D8.
Yeah, necromancy.
It's not good.
That is just a 3. That's not good enough.
That's real bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So we'll let that sit for a second. You have options, but we'll get to that. Caitlin, do you want to roll your physical dice, or do you want to do this Roll20 business?
Yeah, I'm gonna do physical dice. But so what does my roll look like?
So it's your name first, which is like a D6.
Okay.
Then you're using your
Sly and clever.
Sly and clever, right? So the D8 for that. And then you're using one of your strengths, probably, right?
Yeah. So I'll just roll my twice.
Yeah. What did you get? You got an 8?
6 and 8 there. And then I have
nice.
to re-roll this one. Oh. 1.
Okay, well, you're sitting on an 8. So you're currently winning, and you're the best.
Right.
So the way this works is, if any one of you win, your side wins.
Okay.
So you guys are currently winning. Britt, do you need this Roll20 syntax thingy? Is it?
I think it's just /roll and then the weird bracket D6 plus D8 plus D6 close weird bracket, and then is there anything after that?
Then put K1, and that'll like keep your high die highlighted. Nice. So you got a 6 on a D6. So this is interesting. We have options. On your character sheet, let me switch this over so people at home can see this. I'll just switch us all over. Underneath where it says ride, it says boost. You see that? And there's like 7 little boost bubbles. So boost is like your character's ability to go above and beyond and do extra cool shit. Underneath that, there's 3 different things you can spend boost on, and it shows how much they cost. So it costs 1 for unbound. I'll tell you what that is. It costs 2 to reroll as many of your dice as you want. or keep some or reroll some, whatever. And then for 3, you can add a die to your roll, which we'll get into in a minute. So what unbinding means is if you roll the highest number on a die, if you roll a 6 on a d6 or an 8 on a d8, you can spend 1 boost, roll it again, and add the number to the total. It's like an exploding die in some games. That's what they call them.
Cool.
So right now, Caitlin is best with an 8 on a d8. So
Yeah.
Caitlin could explode her or unbind her d8 and get an even higher number. You can unbind your d6 and roll to try to beat Caitlin's number. And Nadja could have, if she wanted to, spend 2 to reroll all her low dice and try to compete. So what you're competing for is, I rolled an 8, so that's 8 hype to whoever is the best. And your hype total is like who is the best of the team overall.
So how do you beat an 8?
How do you beat an 8?
Yeah.
So you don't have to win. You don't have to beat me. You just have to tie me. So right now you are winning. But if Britt unbinds her d6 and rolls a 2 or a 3, then she'll get an 8 or a 9 or whatever. And if you unbind your 8, Caitlin, on your d8, then you could add and get a 9, 10, up to a 16 on your result. But since you're at the top, you can wait and let the other 2 decide what they're going to do before you do anything. You're currently the best. Maverick is. That's right. Maverick is clearly solving the problem at this point, unless someone else steps up.
Well, I'll do my boost thing. Let's try it. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Roll another d6.
Just roll another d6 and add it to your total.
Damn it.
All right. That's a 9. So you are currently the best.
Okay.
Raptor's gonna take it. Nadja, are you re-rolling or are you just gonna take it?
I'm gonna take the L.
All right.
I will take the L.
All right. Caitlin, do you want to spin boost and compete with this, or are you happy with Raptor taking the glory?
Oh, it's all for the queen as long as we get out of here.
All right, nice. Sweet. Cool. Okay, so it's you, Britt. Yeah. Raptor is best. You get 8 hype.
Okay.
On your hype tracker on your sheet there.
Cool.
And Maverick also wins. So you get 1. Caitlin, you get 1 hype on your tracker. Nadja, Savannah is a loser in this contest.
Yeah.
You get nothing. And you take red line. So red line is another thing on your sheet that you track. Red line is kind of like damage, sort of. It doesn't have to be physical damage. It's just like revving yourself hotter and hotter till you're about to blow. Maverick knows what I'm talking about. Your red line, when it gets to the top, you don't die or anything when you run out of red line, but your character starts to kind of burn out. So that's a thing to be aware of. Anytime you lose a roll, like Savannah just did, you take red line, and there's some other times you take it too, which we'll find out about. But what's going down right now is Maverick is doing an awesome move with a holographic Union Jack, and then Raptor, since you're the best, Britt, you get to narrate how you solve the problem and get everybody into the Nether Zone.
Yeah. So I pull out this like gigantic cannon gun. And it has been filled with rocks. I filled it all up with rocks and gasoline. And I light them all on fire. And I shoot this giant bazooka of rocks at all of the vehicles chasing us. So there's helicopters flying down into the water. They're crashing. Rocks are going through the windshield and the windows. The helicopters are on fire. The cars, they're just hitting the rocks. It's breaking the cars. Their tires are popping. They're rolling over the rocks. They can't handle it. Everything's on fire. Absolutely everything. They're jumping out. They don't want anything to do with that. They've got little scraped knees. They gotta stop chasing us.
That's smarts.
They're singed a little bit. Their hair's a little, their eyebrows. Some of them are missing the eyebrows, so they know that it's time to call it a day.
Nothing's worth that.
Yeah, a bunch of them. Some of them are swimming in the water next to their helicopters, and the other ones are either in their cars or just bleeding a little bit, cinched on the road, just watching us drive away, eating our dust.
So is this like flying through the air in slow motion during all of this into the dimensional breach?
Yeah, so I'm still going backwards. So I assume they're in front of me and I'm the last one.
Yeah. Yes.
Getting rid of all the rocks. Everything's on fire. And I'm like, dust and flames, and then we're gone. We leave the dimension.
Fuck yes, that's how you do it. Nice. The gate closes and it's like we see the camera point of view pointed back out, and it's just people going and just everyone's on fire. It's mayhem.
And some cops like, where did all those rocks come from? They can't figure it out.
Well, shit. All right. That is a beautiful image to go to break to. I think everyone can just think about that for a few minutes. We're going to take a brief break here. We'll be right back with our trip to the Hell Zone. So stay tuned.